Howdy. Sorry for interjecting on this funny recording. If you like my content and want to see more of me, feel free to check me out over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Bajongles1 on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, Pacific Standard Time. And maybe consider checking out my socials of Bluesky and Tumblr at BigWare1 username Bajongles. Um, And now back to your regularly scheduled program. Hello, hello, hello. What a wonderful Friday. How is everybody? I am doing pretty good myself. I'm excited to get back to doing some clown world building. As you can probably tell by the entire theming of everything, I rather enjoy clowns. So, instead of waffling about today, I think I'm just gonna get right to it. Uh, I still have to get a bit more reference, but I have Mr. Puddle's Pity Party himself over here as reference because the character that I'm doing is gonna be a funny singer. So I figured doing some singer reference, maybe some like Flapper Girl reference, that sort of stuff would be pretty nice. So I just need to find one more reference, I think. Let me switch over the music, by the way. There we go. The wilds are quite outer, if I do say so myself. Alright, I know what I'm gonna do. Sick. Hello, chat indeed. Hi, engineer. How's it going? Uh, Today I'm doing a funny clown singer. Okay, so I've done green, I've done blue. Let's have a nice magenta be the sketch colors. Uh, Let me see. 1920s microphone. Ba-da-ba. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, open image in new tab. There we go. Let's get the right thing. Insert this new layer. Let's get this right here and move this. There we are. Man, oh, how are we today? Things going good? Okay, I have a funny idea. A funny idea for God's silliest soldier. I might want to do a tall head. I think a tall head's good. I enjoy giving clowns tall heads. Certified egg moment. I'm not just saying that because this character's egg shaped, but we'll get to that in a moment. Clown time. But yeah, no, this is one of the seven, one of the probably seven, maybe more, maybe less, members of the Court of Jesters. They are the person that sort of controls the media. They are the media person. They're very charismatic. Oh, I completely forgot a very obvious reference. Hold on. No. Mhm. Let's see. What's a particularly useful picture of this for me? Let's see. I'm trying to find one that's the right balance of characteristics. Let me see, let me see, let me see. This one's good. Open image in new tab. Oh yeah, for sure. Don't mind me while I'm grabbing another screenshot because Google is funny. Google is very funny. Metaton, baby. I was in middle school right when Undertale was new. It was everywhere. I wouldn't start playing it until like later in 2018, 2019. So, you know, I was a funny fan beforehand. But yeah, no, I'd love to hear character ideas. So I already have a scientist guy. I already have the logistics lady, and now I have this media person. That I have the idea for. I might not do this round cheek, but it's an idea for now. I don't know if that would fit for what I'm doing, but I right now, but I will think on it. I'm thinking on it. Let's see. Let's go with the red kobold. That one's a little bit more interesting. Let me lessen these smile lines real quick, because they don't need to go all the way to the nose. That devious, grinchy grin. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's actually make the back of the head make a little bit more sense. There we go. Let's give them a sort of sultry look and have like this maybe. I don't like how this head is shaped, so I'm gonna undo it, but there are some good ideas from it. Okay, I need a soft, round face. That's the main thing. Is a nice, soft, round face. with a maybe a bit of a sharp chin. Hmm. Hmm. When you said vampire, what my assumption was, like what my assumption was sort of the idea of a vampire being sort of like an analogy of local aristocracy, which is sort of how a lot of those legends happen. Of somebody lording over a community, literally sucking them dry. I don't like this face either. Drawing the idea I have in my head is proving a little bit difficult. It's proving a little bit funky. But I believe in myself, and y'all should believe in yourselves too. I really like what this face is doing right here. I really like this big cloak. I like the general vibe and face paint of puddles here, and I'm gonna be using this microphone. So that's what I'm going for. Uh, for for this person's design. But yeah, it's turning out to be a little bit difficult. Not a problem, just a little bit funky. Just a little bit. Let's see, there we go. This maybe like this. Have this more like that. I do remember. I rather like the idea. They they're the yeah, they have the other variety, like they have a different variety of like symbiotic relationship with something in their mouths, right? And that's what allows them to do this, if I'm remembering right. Yeah, no, they're super sick. I think my personal favorite out of the two varieties you've no, three varieties. You've also shared with me the iron kobolds. I know the least about them, so right now I'm gonna say my favorite variety so far. My favorite variety so far, and this is subject to change obviously, but right now my current favorite is probably the white kobolds because the fungus, like the spores are just super interesting. Uh, I mean they're all interesting, right? But like it's the white kobolds, the red, and then the iron. Like the iron ones are cool, right? The idea of adding minerals to your own like self to act as armor is interesting. It's just the red kobolds and the white ones are like super funky. They're funky in a way I like quite a bit. So I guess like I'd like to hear more about the iron kobolds to get a bit more of an informed opinion on them. Of course. I mean, yeah, that's just kind of he's just kind of your average just your kind of average your average individual. This sort of everyman. That's right. Everybody drinks blood. I'm not crazy. I you see me with like my mouth covered in like crimson red. I'm not the crazy one here. I I'm normal. I'm normal about this. Okay, that is making it look a little bit too angry. So angry is not what I'm going for. Okay, I figured out what I need to do. There we go. There we go. I think I'm doing this right. Yes, maybe. Live in active volcanoes, but they generally thrive underground. They hunt down bats and whatever else lives in the caves for primary diet. However, they also have a gigantic jaw force, so they can quite literally. Huh, interesting. Have you considered making them fungus farmers? Sort of like those ants that, like the sort of like leafcutter ants almost. Uh, like, you know what I mean? Like maybe that's how they get most of their sustenance, but be, I don't know. Positing ideas. I find weird agriculture very interesting. They have a special micro biome in their stomachs and intestines that break down iron, and yes, they do cultivate a bioluminescent moss, both for aesthetic and sustenance. Sick! Oh, I love bioluminescent moss. Ooh. This is an idea I had for something else, uh, but I wasn't sure what to use. Maybe you could get some use out of it. Uh, sort of like I forget their name. They're the sea dragons in Wings of Fire. And we were talking about Wings of Fire earlier. Like how they use bioluminescence for communication and identification. Like imagine if these like deep cave like iron skin kobolds had like little little bits of bioluminescence that they ate off of that fungus. Sea wings, thank you. I'm bad with names even though I've read the books like the ones I have, the 12 I have like 5 times each. So like I should remember, but I didn't because I'm funny like that. Like imagine they eat this bioluminescent like moss, and because of the bioluminescent chemicals, they gain that, and then they're able to use that for like communication and identification. Actually, I'm gonna undo that because I kind of like this shape a little better. And I'm gonna. There we go. I'm also gonna make this person look very sleepy because I like the sleepy look. I don't know how to describe it. I like my men eepy. I like them nap time coded. Oh yeah, I think you told me about that. Sort of like moray eels. God, the way that moray eels like use that second jaw set to like clamp down, like it moves forward in their throat and clamps down is super interesting. I like that in Alien they use that as the basis for like the xenomorph double mouth. Having something like that might also imply that they have very slippery prey, which makes sense if they live in cave ecosystems. And cave creatures tend to be slippery because they have to go through caves, and usually they have very few predators because of how strict the ecosystems are. Eh. Let me actually have the ear a bit lower than it seems like it should be, just because I think that's funny. I think it's fun, and I'm liking how the design is coming out. I might make the head even taller, though. I think the head might need to be a little bit taller. There we go, big cranium. Ice cream cones can create viscous substance that, well, they're pretty slim and flexible and pretty much able to dislocate and relocate entire bones. Ah, I see. Ah, interesting. I need to increase this funny like flat bit a little bit, just because why not? And this person that I'm drawing definitely controls the media. Sort of does it in a funny way where it seems like the media is independent and is competing with, with it, but it all flows back, baby. It all flows back. I might actually decrease the strength of the brow right here. Hmm. I like that face, but not pretty enough. So they can be pretty freaky because they can do that. Oh, oh, they do that owl thing. Oh, they do the owl thing. Oh, big fan. Listen, I love owls. Owls are great and freaky. They're basically if cats had wings and could get up to where you don't want them to be and just unhinge their jaw. Nothing in nature really unhinges their jaw. Snakes just don't have that like middle part so that they can sort of walk their jaws around food, which is different. But if they were able to unhinge their jaw like proper, like these kobolds, that would be super, that would be pretty interesting. Because the thing is with snake bite force is that they often give up strength for flexibility by not having that middle connection. And if these things have super strong jaws, that might not be a good idea. Uh, but Carnotaurus, one of my personal favorite dinosaurs, happens to have a jaw opening of about 90 degrees, I think, which is like one of the biggest angles of any dinosaur. So like, but like it had a very tall skull, so it actually had a pretty decent bite force for its size. I believe it's just different than T-Rexes, so it's not comparable. Oh, oh, I see. They have really strong ligaments around there, so that they could just kind of do that. Ooh, that's funky. I like that. Okay, I need to take into consideration form, the form and function of this individual. So first, I'm actually not gonna focus on just the face, actually. I do want the tall head because the tall head is very important to the design that I'm having in my mind. And then around here, I think is yeah, I think around here's the neck. Got to make it thinner because a thinner neck is associated with femininity, even if it's not necessarily the case. All the time, I'm gonna have them. Also notice that I keep calling them rather than like another gender. I think this person is non-binary. I think this clown has no gender because one that serves the narrative a bit better and also representation is good. I am having a hard time with the drawing. Okay, so like a crocodile and very slow opening. So now I'm imagining you can hold their mouths shut because they can't open very well, but they're very good at closing. So let's get okay. I decided I'm just gonna kind of do an A pose for this character right now so that I can get the design down and then later do a more proper like do a more proper like proper dynamic pose after once I have the design down. I think that's the best move. I did that for the others. I haven't done a more dynamic pose for logistics mime grandma yet, but like you know the A pose the straightforward pose is good for that. Iron skin kobolds also have toxic blood, like their blood is filled with so much ores and trash from caves that your urine and blood are straight up poison, and by consequence, they're kind of immune to parasites and bacteria. Okay, interesting. I'm imagining them sort of like sharks then, with like how they process like poison byproduct in their bodies. They just kind of put it in. They just kind of it just goes in their meat. It gets stored in their meat. Okay, let's see. Basically, I don't know why I'm trying to be clean with this circle. I don't need to be clean with this circle. That's not how circles work. Yeah, yeah, I think yes. Yeah, I like the idea of toxic blood. Let's see. This neck is not necking. Bit of a wider chest would be interesting, I think. I already have a design idea for this character. I just need to get them uh properly situated with an actual character design like on canvas. No. Not neck, not like that. Pretty much that. Lastly, they have a set of 6 eyes. Hmm. So do other kobolds have more than 2 eyes? Like, my kobolds all have 4 eyes because that's an ancestral trait of like, the, you know, what's it's not genus, it's not family. Clade? I think Clade. But I think Clade might be too big. It's sort of like saying something is a ancestral trait of like Archosaur morpha. When you look at like pterosaurs, dinosaurs, and crocodilians. Like it's a very broad thing. So red kobolds have vestigialized. They're pretty small but still work. I assume white kobolds have fewer eyes then, or maybe more. Who knows? It might be interesting if the white kobolds had even more eyes. Also, speaking of kobolds, I I titled the VOD for the Valentine's Day stream where I designed that kobold. I'm rather happy with Love is in the Air. Wrong. It's kobold fungus. Ah, I don't know. I find the Love is in the Air wrong. Like that kind of joke very funny. White kobolds have different eyes across their lifespan. Their vision starts pretty basic, but they get ah. All right, they do have very varied yeah, yeah, uh growth stages. And speaking is hard. It's funny that I decided to make my career into speaking because I'm not good at it. I mean, I'm not bad at it. I'm getting better. I can feel myself getting better every time I stream, so that's definitely a good benefit. Uh, are the growth stages just white kobolds, or do the others have it? Also, I didn't close this. Uh, here here's the logo I'm working on at higher detail. I'm very happy with it. The screenshots I've been sending you have been at like rotated to 23 degrees because once I'm done with all the shading, I'm gonna like rotate it that way proper. It's just that it's easier for actual like the actual artwork, like non-shading stuff if I do it at this angle. Also, can you believe coloring takes a lot less time than line art? And I'm glad you like it. I'm trying really hard to make it look good. Also, for anyone else watching this, that's a little preview. I've had some I've had some ideas for offshoots of the Black Cayman besides the one we were talking about, but we can get to that after stream. We can get to that after stream. I'm just excited, so it comes to mind. I also have bird ideas. The problem is that this neck is a little too long. Oh wait, no. Oh wait, no. I know what I need to do. Hold on. File, open, create documents. Oh, I'm sure on my old Reddit account, which I've deleted, I have a new one now. It's private. It's not for like streaming stuff. But like I used to follow spec r/speculative evolution. I should follow it again. I just keep forgetting. Hold on. Where's the C port? No, science dude is not who I'm looking for. I do want to show him to you though, since you joined the stream you joined chat recently. Uh oh, hold on. There's a layer not here. Where'd the layer go? Oh no, it's just low. It's just yeah, it's just low opacity. Uh this is one of the this is the sort of quality that I'm going for with this art, which is why I'm struggling a little bit. Is because like I'm contending with myself here. You know, hold on while I follow Spec Evo real quick. Reddit. Uh, but yeah, no, that I mean that would be pretty cool. To post the logo once it's done. I just kind of need to do the tail now. I'm sort of procrastinating on the tail a little bit, doing everything else first. Spe speculative evolution. Oh no, I'm already joined. Why am I not getting their posts? Yeah, I haven't been getting their posts on my timeline recently, and I don't know why. Since like it says I'm already joined it. Yeah, that all that I just peeked and there's like a big shrimp, and I'm very excited about big shrimp. So you know, not that. There's also file open the mime lady. You mime granny open. I also did her. I like her very much too. So that's the sort of quality I have to like um I have to not be I have to match with his character. See, I can actually shrink the corners like this. Okay, I'm gonna close that for now because accidentally swapping back and forth because I'm scrolling and have my stuff just barely touch the like the top bar here is a little bit annoying. It's a little bit annoying to do that. Let's see. So I'll probably go down to like that. There we go. Ah, no. No, I can get more dramatic than this. Move layer. Open. I'm gonna open the door for my cat. Give me just a moment. Um, yeah, I figured after stream, I mean like once I get dinner and then I'll and then like yeah after stream. I was like I'm very excited to talk about the crocodiles. Well, no, they're not crocodiles because they're caiman. They're different. Caiman are different than crocodiles. I need to remember this. I should know this. I like my favorite my favorite like evolutionary era is the Triassic because most of the time it was it was mostly controlled by Crocodilomorpha. Not the dinosaurs because the dinosaurs like Dinosauria would not evolve until like closer to the middle Triassic. And they wouldn't like take control really, like dinosaurs wouldn't, until like the beginning of the Jurassic because of the Triassic Jurassic extinction event, which is not very much talked about because you know the Great Dying happened before it. It's sort of like naming any disease after the Black Death became a thing. Like how do you get cooler than the Great Dying or the Black Death in terms of like horrible catastrophe names, right? I'm not sure what you mean by filament. Um, in this case, I'm not sure what you mean by that, but that's definitely an idea to go into later once we get there, and sort of to keep in mind as we like move the evolutionary path forward. Because like a sapient species in a Spec Evo project is not something to do lately because we need to make sure that you know we find the right like the right environmental conditions and sort of evolutionary steps that would dictate that intelligence and you know interpersonal cooperation aid to survival more than ah ah I actually have I have some knowledge on anthropology. I take classes. It's just not my major. So so I am some help in that. It's just I'm mostly specialized in plants, even though like I talk mostly about animals on stream. It's just because animals are fascinating and a bit more exciting at first glance. Uh, oh, why is my door open? Penelope, let me know when you're coming in. I can't latch the door shut. I'm happy to see you. Uh, you know, I have some specialty in anthropology. And what's fascinating is that uh humans are uniquely confusing when it comes to evolution because we can't tell when one species ends and another begins. It's a gradient. Human evolution is a gradient. Uh, and there's a lot of like intermixing in there between the species that like coexisted but were technically like derivatives of the other, to the point where you can only really be certain that Homo sapiens sapiens and actually no, there are signs that Homo sapiens and Homo erectus like interbred with each other. So humans are uniquely confusing. Humans are super confusing and fascinating. And that would be another interesting thing to go into with any sapient species we do. However, that's a lot of work. That is a lot of work, so we'd need to do a lot of prep time. We'd need to like set it up properly. Hi. I know you want to rub against my hand, but I'm using the mouse. Yeah. Mwah. Okay, let's see. Okay. So I here's sort of the basics of what I need to get right for this design is sort of a broad chest with an sort of a more hourglass body shape. You know, sort of like this, but not quite because I need to do it better. Also, it's a shame that the gracile Australopithecines like sort of outcompeted the robust ones. And and by the way, robust and gracile is not a reference to like their body type. It's a reference to their teeth. It's a reference to their diet. And we came from the gracile ones, as you could probably guess when I said like, the robust Australopithecines uh were outcompeted. And this sort of confusing human evolutionary history is why there is no one single point where Homo sapiens sapiens evolved. Right? Like there's no single point. It's a bunch of little points where something very similar hopped out of it. Modern Homo sapiens sapiens, as we are a confusing evolutionary mess. And it's super cool. It's super cool, and I don't know how we're gonna do it with our own sapient species, but I'd love to. Get off my goddamn desk now. Thank you. Sorry, I love you dearly. You're not welcome on my desk. You're welcome on my lap. You're welcome on my chair. You're welcome on my bed. My desk is my workspace. Thank you. I love you. Yeah, I need and I need it. I want the body shape to be exaggerated because clown. So I'm needing to figure it out. Because like for instance, let me just undo this real quick so I can give. Hi, what you want? What you want, miss? Yep, here we go. Just stay off my desk, okay? Alright, so basically let me get red, because that's kind of funny man's color. That's kind of funny man's color. So with him we have a short, broad, like round face. Let me just do very basic features like those very tiny eyes. Like this. This is what Science Man looks like. Very simple, very fast, very good design. With like a shorter, rounder body, and the Eggman bod. Because he was partially designed by Eggman, or like referencing Eggman. Ooh, tell me about the goat horn dragons. I like goat horns. Goat horns are funky. I need to add more things into my other world with the kobolds that have horns. I just haven't gotten the opportunity yet to make horns. Like for instance, this man is very shaped. He is very shaped. Is very is very easy for me to do this man's shape like this. Uh, I'll add a bit of complexity like that, and then give him puffy aristocrat, showy Bo Shisa, like that. Biano, tell me more about the goat horn dragons. Then we have in blue we have again very 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 strong shape language. Making sure my cat's paw does not touch my phone. Very strong clown shape language. Let me get her up here, and then I can extend her hair because her hair is actually not long enough. They're actually similar height if you take into account hair. Fur that grows along their backs, kind of like sandwings and wings of fire. Ooh, I forgot that sandwings had hair. I always thought that those were sails, or not, or like ridges. I mean, I like their scorpion tails. That's my favorite thing about the sandwings. The rain wings are the tropical ones, I think. The third book is still like my favorite, even though how do I put this? There are better books than book three, but three is my favorite. Y- Like, does that make sense? And yeah, no, I need to make something that has similar like strong shape language to these two. And also I'm thinking somebody taller. It'd be fun to have somebody like taller. You know, like Rain Wings are my personal favorite. I'll let me show them on the stream for the unknowledgeable in the unknowledgeable on Wings of Fire lore. Give me just a moment. No, I don't want to go to the goddamn wiki. I want to open image in new tab. Thank you. I appreciate the wiki, but I don't need it. I don't need it right now. I'm a knower. These goobers, them and the sea wings are my favorite. I really like the rainforest like village setting that that they have going on. It was very fun, very imaginative. It really caught my imagination as a kid. And let's see, like I know that's goat horn, and that's obviously goat horn, but I've caught myself a couple of times already trying to say it as Gothorn, which is a really cool name. I like the name Gothorn, but that's not. I know that's not what you mean. I know that's not what they are. I know that's not what the word says. Let's see. Goat horn dragons also are capable of speech, and they live in small herds. They are by no means defenseless. They're about half as tall as a house, and they will charge it. Ooh, you don't want somebody that I guess they're people. But you know, somebody or something charging at you that size. Like I'm imagining big chest, smaller but still sizable hips, maybe. I might lower the size a little bit. It's been a while. I think the problem I'm having is it's been a while since I've drawn clowns. I've been drawing more realistic creatures for a while, and that's messing with my clown art because they actively need to not be realistic. That's the deal with them. They're clowns. Lastly, their back muscles are really strong, so while they don't have wings, they can leap and climb. Ah, I see. I mean, I'd hope I see before it's too late. It's charging at me. Let's see, big shoulder. I think. No, I need to just like stop caring about having realistic proportions. I've 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 been drawing harpies and kobolds and crocodiles a little too long, and now look at me. I'm having a hard time with clouds. It's a true tragedy. I might copy this pose. I think that's what I might do. I might copy this pose. Maybe copying the pose will help me. This won't be like a pose that I do for like the final art, but maybe copying this pose will um help get me out of my Spec Evo groove. Yes, I believe I said that I like it a lot. Yeah, no, it looks great. I'll elaborate more what I like about it though. Um, I really like the particular like blue mountains you did. The sort of like icy Baja Blast ass blue that you did is very nice, especially with like that very cool that very cool like deep blue for the background, like that turquoise. Very good color choice. Okay, this man has a very feminine frame, which is good for me copying the pose for this person. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'd love to see it. Sorry, I'm swapping around windows. I accidentally keep going back to OBS even though I don't need to look at it right now. Might actually make their thighs and ass bigger, cause why not? I need practice in that. I draw too many masculine men, cause that's what I enjoy. I need to draw more feminine figures, because that'll help me improve my art. Uh, that depends, like, what kind of thing you're going for. Because the aspect ratio of the second one would work really well for like an album cover or like the cover image for like a podcast or like like a radio thing. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's very nice. Whereas like the first aspect ratio would be better for like a novel or like or like a graphic novel, some sort of written medium. So they're both really good. It's just that they're good for different things. I kind of like the bold. I kind of like the bold color scheme choice of the first one a bit better though. So that is what I'm gonna say. On that is the bold color scheme choices are a little bit better than the first one, but they're both good for different things. Again, I don't need to go to OBS. I need to go to my art program of choice. Of choice even. I don't know why I said choice. And like I said, they're both good. Maybe you could repurpose the layout of the second one for like another like another Wings of Fire thing. And this is not a pose I'm gonna go with forever. It's just to help me get out of my funk. It's to help me get out of my uptown funk. Gonna give it to you. See, and the knee goes like that, and the knee also goes like that. And how I would do the anatomy is more like, oh, the knee goes like that, but the, oh yeah, because he's a robot. I forgot he's a robot. He doesn't need to follow anatomy conventions that vaguely represent reality. He can do whatever the fuck he wants and honestly slay queen. Love it. I kind of say that ironically because I never say slay queen in real life, but like honestly, I do mean it. Oh, doing commissions, a lot of people have AUs and stuff. Oh yeah. Every once in a while I see Wings of Fire like fan content and I get really happy that people are still like, people are still enjoying it. I assume books are still being made. I just haven't checked them out in a while. I think also my problem is that I'm designing a clown that's kind of the least clown out of all the ones so far. Because like, well, lady based on mime, guy based on just a clown and an aristocrat, uh, a mime bureaucrat, a clown aristocrat, and basing on celebrity is a bit harder because like there's no real concrete idea of what celebrity means, really, like in terms of character design. But I'm doing my best. Uh, but yeah, no, definitely seek out doing commissions. Uh, I'm I'm kind of staying away personally from commissions for now because I have so many projects I'm doing personally, and like streaming takes up time and all that sort of stuff. But like I do enjoy doing art, which is why I'm doing art on stream. I just got reminded. I'm very happy with how the Valentine's Day stream turned out. I don't know how good it is as a VOD, but it is definitely one of my favorite streams I've done so far. I'll definitely like try and do more holiday themed sets in the future. Let's see. I don't know why that split appears in the image when I'm on a different layer, but that's cool. Oh, there's this speaking of streamers and also speaking of commissions, there's this streamer I follow mostly for her videos rather than like her actual streams, but I do follow her. Is PCAT. P I either PICAT or PIKAT. I forget which one. But she was talking about like doing commissions as someone I forget which country, but she she also lives she she definitely lives more in Latin America versus like Brazil. So I know that much. But was talking about like how beneficial it is to do commissions. Because a lot of times people on the internet will pay the equivalent amount in their currencies, and that'll translate to a lot of fucking money. Like especially if you do like scaly or furry commissions. Oh my god. Like, oh my god, that's a fair bit of money. Let's see, clown. How do I keep trying to do that even though this is on the same layer as these. Let me increase the size to be taller, maybe. Yeah, yeah, there we go. There we go. Very dynamic pose. This pose is very clown. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. No, I'm gonna do size 14. No, 12. 12 is probably better. Yes. I'm going to lower this opacity to 75, and I'm going to lower the value of this color a bit lower, and then we'll be epic. Not the right layer. No, it was. It was. I'm just insane. I just thought of a rancid phrase. Just, the people looking for insane clown posse need to find some insane clown pussy, if you know what I mean. Like, that's fucking rancid. I need to. I'm going to reuse that in front of my friends. I need to use that. It is rancid though. It is rancid. Mm. They them pussy and all that, and then dies, explodes. Honestly, um, does Brazil have like a clown culture like that like I don't know I could draw from? Because there I know about American and like US and Mexican culture, but I don't know about other countries in the Americas, like clown cultures that I could draw from. Ah, I mean that's a bit of a shame, but that's a bit of a shame because clowns are awesome. I'm very biased, but I find clowns very awesome. Uh, uh, maybe some sort of because again, I don't just want I want the influences for the clowns to be a lot more varied than just like U.S. clowning. Because while U.S. clown culture is quite varied, and so is Mexican clown culture. That's only two countries, and I'm sort of world building an entire planet of clowns. I kind of like that head shape. I'm kind of digging it now. I don't need to draw that for a clown. I can leave some things to the amalgamation. Man, I want this person's head to make a History Channel go, was it alien? Was it Mouse? Even though, like, clearly it was just, different indigenous, like headboard cultures, like doing different things and elongating the head. And then the History Channel just goes, it's aliens because it clearly looks like the little gray men. I'd also just like to learn more about. Uh, th- this does relate to world building, but this is also just kind of separate. I would love to learn more about like different places' histories with like performance art. It's like it's not my favorite to do, but it's some of my favorite, if that makes sense. I love performance art. I very much misjudged the angle of uh of this rib cage, and so I'm redoing it here. Hi, can you? Hi, you're getting tangled up in my cable. Let me take care of that. There we go. Yeah, I'm imagining like a big like fur for this character, a big like fur-lined coat, except the coat is like super colorful and quilted. So sort of like this kind of coat, but instead of like black with fur, it's fur-lined, but it's like super brightly colorful and quilted, with otherwise a very sultry outfit. I definitely need a bigger rib cage. Da, 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 dum. Bigger, bigger ribbed cage. A very dynamic pose. Very cool. Da, 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 da. Let's see. Is that a good size? I might want to do a little bit bigger rib cage. Again, I want like big broad shoulders on this character because I like I like the silhouette that that would give, and sort of the idea of um like royal authority visual language of like big broad authoritative shoulders, sort of matching with that more like feminine proportions and body language. If I do something like this and have this colored in a bit, add like a trail like this, make them a bit tired. Make them tired. So we can't forget that this individual is a member of the elite, and thus is evil. But so that reminds me of a thing I saw on Tumblr where it's like, we do need to fight for trans rights, but we also need to fight for trans wrongs. Rob a bank. Like I know they said that as a joke, but that is a good point. Like we can't. we can't just have representation be like morally upstanding characters, even though we should have plenty. Uh, it's also important to show individuals as individuals, and that includes as evil bastards. Oh, that looks like a. Oh, I don't like how I did the neck in that exact way because that kind of looks like a like a big bottom jaw, and that's not what I'm going for here. That's definitely not what I want to schnee. And maybe yeah, if I also extend the shoulders a bit more like this. This is a very nice dynamic pose. Thank you, Metaton, for giving me this pose. Sort of reminding me of Undertale. I've known most of the people in my life who are into Undertale at some point or another have been fans of Metaton, which makes sense. However, you could probably tell by my taste in real life men, Sans is my favorite. Sans is my favorite character. I used to read a lot of Sans fanfic back in the day on Wattpad, and boy, is that stuff cringe. It's cringe, but like, you know what? I'm not ashamed that I read it, just ashamed of the contents. Having a bit of that. Oh yeah, that little like smirk peeking at like that tired but like mischievous like smirk kind of showing up underneath the nose. Now we're cooking. This is what cooking looks like. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Man. What genitalia they happen to have doesn't matter, but I'm keeping it in mind. I don't know why I said it out loud. I'm just sort of talking. I'm sort of talking as I'm drawing. I keep it in mind, even though it does not matter. That's sort of my point of reference in most of my art is I'll keep it in mind, but that doesn't matter all that much. Sort of like keeping in mind on that logo for the world building project. By the way, can I just say Nova Terra? Very very fun to say. I'm probably saying it very wrong. Very fun to say. Big fan. Big fan of the name. Thank you for giving the name engineer. It's very nice. But like working on things like the logo and like a bunch of other designs is just a lot of stuff to keep in mind, even if it just does not matter. It doesn't matter to the character. It doesn't matter to the scene. It's just sometimes important to keep things in your head. I don't know. It might come up later in the design. I don't know. Maybe. I never know how things work out. I have ADHD bad enough to be debilitating. Do you think I know what I'm gonna draw 5 minutes from now? Not a goddamn clue. I can assume that it's gonna be this individual, but I might change in like drawn an entire highly detailed creature. I can say it, however. Yeah, I can yap, and I need to get better at yapping is the thing. Sometimes I'll find myself like when I'm on call with friends, sometimes I'll just be quiet for like an hour, and I need to get better at that. That's something I'm working on with streaming. Is practicing on practicing getting better at talking for a significant amount of time. I found that people that have a history of public speaking already kind of do really good in a public speaking space, and that people that don't kind of need to learn. And I'm in that other category of people that need to learn. I'm glad I'm learning. Learning is very good. I'm still trying to decide the intricacies of this character's design, outfit though. Like I have a lot of it figured out. Like I want to have a big fur coat with like quilt patches, like colorful like diamond quilt pattern. Uh, no hair because why do you need to draw hair? Hair's complicated. Even though I've drawn like complicated hair for both these people. I know the outfit underneath. It's just I need to think about the finer details. Also, they are hands down the least clowny clown I've ever drawn, but I'm very happy with the design, I think. And then I can have, like, because there's no hair, I can have streaks kind of going like this. And have sort of a Goker smile. I'm the Joker, baby. I tell fucking funny jokes. And then I die by piano. I I might not do uh Goker smile, actually. I might not do Goker smile. Let's see. I really like doing like peer designs on clowns. I don't know a lot why. Like for instance, and I'm gonna erase this in a bit. The mime lady has like this kind of teardrop design underneath her eyes. Um, this guy is a bit different, but like he has diamonds on his cheeks and like bright color around his eyes. So like his design is like this with a big a big colorful nose. Uh, hers are like like this with mostly black designs. You went out. There we go. Love you. With the big colorful nose, and I kind of like these streaks, but I might not stick with that. So I need to figure out what their design is gonna be. Yeah, I need to figure out their design in terms of that, and also and also like if they're gonna have a funny neck frill. Uh, like like this guy has, like he has a big funny like 18th century neck frill, which I like to draw on characters. You can see on my PNG tuber, you know, he has one. I have one for this guy. I don't have one for her. But what I do have for her, I could probably have them as like drawings to show higher detail, but I like drawing examples. I have like this kind of thing. I'm thinking copying Puddles over here, having this sort of thing on the neck might be cool. Yeah, I think that might be cool. Let's see. Da-da. I think this is a good higher detail body design, and then I'll make them even larger, and then I'll have, yeah, I'll merge layer. I will take them. I will take them with my big funny lasso like a rodeo clown. I'm reconnecting to chat. On my phone, I have a network error. That's fun. Get me back to chat. There we go. Alright, I'm back in chat now. Alright, sick. I can see you guys again. I was having technical difficulties. There we go. Alright, everything's cool and awesome. Alright, so now I'm going to take them. I'm going to make the sketch bigger on canvas. Control Shift A. New layer. These are bugging me, so I'm merging with layer below real quick. Merge. And merge. And then with you, I lower you down even further. Oh shit, is it? Okay, my phone's acting up. Which is fun. Yeah, very cool. Thank you, phone. Alright, there we go. And we should be good now. Smiles oh so sweetly at my phone. Smiles oh so sweetly. How will your funny clown makeup be? I'll add you to art references so that I remember you. Let's see. Clown makeup. I don't need makeup based on clowns that look super pretty. I need I need good, like, professional clown makeup. I appreciate clown girls for what they do, but I do not need your services at the moment. You're pretty cool, though. I like your clown makeup. Let's see you. They're pretty sick. That smile's very fun. Oh, I like that. Oh, I might do another clown design off of this later if this doesn't work out. If this doesn't if this makeup doesn't end up working out for this person, then I will use this another time because this is funny. This is not funny. This is cool makeup. It looks nice. It's very peak character design, I'd say. Okay, I think got enough out of this, so I'm going to actually make you smaller and restart with the A-frame. This has helped me quite a bit. We are making good progress. You start with you. Get to this. Has that round head. Have it sort of flatter in the middle, then do that. And then have where the eyes are be here. Have the nose be just below. Because all of these space clowns have to have the big nose, even though that is not a real life clown requirement. No, your shape is a little more steep like that. Very good, very cool, very awesome. Then you do this. And then let's see the eyes. The eyes are very nice. Their eyes are very pretty. Let's do this. Have like the have big makeup over the eye, but like big like big professional makeup, not necessarily like big professional clown makeup. Uh on like the upper lid of the eye, make you exaggerated because that's very fun. Have the big like trail. I don't know what that's called when you do like the big like the triangle of makeup on the outer corner of the eye, but I find it very fun to draw and also very pretty when somebody does that. It's a variety of makeup I rather enjoy. I don't know if I would look good in it. I might. For all I know, I could look gorgeous in that, but I just haven't tried it. I wouldn't know. Make sure that the eye bags are there. Pupil. Pupil time. I need to remember not to lean directly over my keyboard because that makes me sound wonky. And I just remembered. Let's see. I can have it like this to sort of show that it's darker, but also uh that it's like makeup darker and not like uh not like shadow darker. Give them kind of a sharper chin. Give them this. Let's see how my stream's coming in on this end. Okay, it's saying it's excellent. It's saying my stream's excellent, which is great. And it says that OBS is working well. The CPU is getting a bit funky, but that should be fine. That should be no problemo. No, it's no problem. I sort of said this to a personal friend of mine who's very busy. I do not expect people to show up to stream. Uh, my job is to be somebody that people want to hang out and interact with. Right? It is not on the other person's end, like to be here. It's my job to be worth being here for. So like, absolutely no problem. I don't expect anybody to like. I don't have that expectation of always be here, or else you're a meanie. You know, I would love to see the cover, and I will now. Ooh, maybe move that background a little bit to the right, so that the dragon is a little bit more centered between the I and the R, of fire. Like same vertical position. Like it's where it is vertically is very good, but horizontally, uh, I think maybe centering it a little bit more might be pretty peak. All right, I caught you opening the door this time, which means I don't have to get up. Hi, I'm very happy you're here. Hi. Want me to move this so that you can get cozy and somewhere? There we go. I have laundry on my bed, so so it was kind of getting in the way of my cat getting cozy on my bed in a way that she likes. So I just moved it. Hi, you so very cute today. What's with that? Why are you so adorable today? Mm. Oh yeah. All right. Now you're very sweet and also very distracting. You want on my lap, or are you okay with just resting? Oh, you look so cozy. I keep saying I need to update my PNG tuber with a cat on my lap, but I keep forgetting because I have other stuff that I'm also doing. The bane of the artist. I have so many ideas that I could easily do, but that's the problem. I have so many. Do 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 do. Alright, there we are. Things are the jawline might be a little too, just a little too strong there, so I'm gonna rework that a little bit, have the ears be a little bit low, because I find the low ears. Um, mm, I'm not quite sure. Um, I never really know how long I'm gonna stream for. I've been streaming for longer lately, but I might do it a little bit shorter since there is like wanna make sure there's time to like actually talk about Nova Terra. So I might stop streaming in like an hour, like roundabout. Yeah, thanks for asking. I'm never really sure when I'm gonna stop streaming, but saying an hour gives me uh it gives me something to be held accountable to. Again, I really like this makeup, and I'm gonna try and figure out how to make it work on. Oh man, hold on. I need to bring back that chin line because I like it. I like it a lot. So what I'm gonna do is have like a big clownly smile, like so, and then I'm gonna have maybe like let's see how the silhouette look. Oh, I kind of dig that. That's kind of nice. That's kind of premium. And then like you do a line here to make the smile look a bit more. No, no, I think the lips are enough. Did you ever post that anywhere publicly? 'Cause that sounds kind of familiar, but like vaguely. Regardless, I'd love to hear more about it. It's interesting this person has the most human proportions. Like that's not a bad thing. It's just interesting. Ah, Vanna, tell me more about it. I love the top crease, but that doesn't necessarily work with me liking this like lip paint design. And unlike these, no, not unlike her, but unlike him, I think, they have no eyebrows. Let's see, basically it's an AU where Kara and Ezreal never died. Kara becomes a royal guard recruit and super determined to help her parents, and Ezreal becomes the first royal judge. Interesting. Something that would also be interesting is if Asgore and Toriel like still split up. It's just that their kids' deaths were like, and like the deaths of the other kids. You know, the humans that fell underground were the inciting incident. But what if it still happened because they're just kind of not quite compatible? Because you know sometimes people like are fine people, but it just kind of doesn't work out. No, I'm not gonna have that be line art. I'm gonna do that in the shading. He's like the deaths of Azrael and Kara were sort of the inciting incident for like the whole thing of collecting the human souls. As far as I remember, like that was sort of the inciting incident. So without that, it would be interesting if they still split up, but like I guess more amicably maybe. Ah, of course. Sorry to do that. Having a bit of a thinner neck just because that is what I want to do. And then have the traps be a bit out like that. And then there's or not the traps, whatever these are called. No, they're called traps, I think. Uh, I'm I hope that I'm corrected if I'm wrong, but I don't know, and I'm not gonna look it up. I'll look it up later. Bianna, what's the initial focus point? Is it like the story with Ezreal and Kara becoming like royal guard and judge respectively? Okay, so there's a bit of that too. It's kind of crazy. I mean, no doubt. Like the Undertale, like the AU multiverse is cringe. However, God, was I also deep in it. Oh my God, I was deep in it at one point. So like, no fucking judgment. You know, he is without sin. Throw the first stone and all that. No forehead wrinkles. It needs to be shiny. I was big into what's the one with paint sands? I was big into like Painter Sans. I forget his name. Uh, the one where his theme is Tokyo Vania, one of my favorite fan themes still to this day. Basically, there isn't a frisk, but Ezreal is really worried Kara won't live as long as him, so he's desperate to extend Kara's lifespan. I see. Because, I mean, as far as we know, monsters don't really, like, die of old age. Oh, no, they do, because, monsters, like, there are old monsters. It's just that, they've been around since who knows how long. Definitely before whenever 20XX is. Like Asgore was around since the war, and he's not even like an old guy. He's just like I don't know. He seems like he'd be in his 40s. And like we don't know how long it was, but it seems like like many generations have passed since they were trapped into the mountain. Every time this song specifically comes on, it reminds me that I need to get Outer Wilds and play it on stream, like badly. I might adjust it so that the hips are hippin'. The hips are hippity hoppin'. Which you can shove trade into as well as vessel bodies, which a monster does. I assume that's due to like the work in the secret lab. Which if this is like Kara we're talking about, maybe whoever the old scientist actually is still the scientist and doing all the scientist stuff. Although it is implied that Alphys is the one still doing the experiments down in the secret lab, as far as I know. And this is all as far as I know, which means I could be misremembering or just wrong. Is I have to parse through what's fanon and what's canon sometimes, because Gaster might not be that guy in the funny doorway. That might just be some other individual. Gaster could be the Toby Fox dog for all I know. Honestly, I heard that theory and it's one of my favorites right now. Is that like the Toby Fox dog is actually Gaster and not the mystery man. Azrael's the one making it. Asking for the experiments of doing the actual. Okay. So like it's not I like Gaster. I like Gaster being the mystery man like sprite, but also I kind of think he's not. I think Gaster might be the dog. That's right. I think Gaster is Toby Fox, the guy making the game. That's an actual theory I heard, and it's a funny theory. It's a very funny theory that I kind of dig. Here we go. I don't like that pelvis shape. I imagine, or I would love to see anyways, in this sort of AU, Seeing the like seeing all the horrific shit that it took to get to the point where the vessel technology is like possible. Maybe look at that like that. Maybe there we go. Zoidberg. I don't know why I said Zoidberg. Probably the voice that I'm doing, but who knows? Who knows? Or yeah. And then we get the leg. Uh, this creates Car, which is basically the monster car clone that Azrael will transfer Kara's soul to whenever they die. All this done without Kara's consent or knowledge. There's the kicker. There's the kicker. Kara's probably okay with dying, cause it's like, I've lived a good life. I've lived a good life. I think it's time for me to go. And then somebody else is like, no, I want you to live because I'm selfish and I hate having you leave me. Which is very understandable. Very good villain motivations, by the way. That would make very good motivations for if Azrael was like a villain. He might be. This might be him being a villain, and honestly, sick. Sick and awesome. Just that shape a little bit. There we go. That's a little bit better. I don't personally like the thigh gap here, but that's realistic to what a person with these proportions would have. That's more of a issue with like what I like aesthetically versus like what is accurate. Sometimes you need to grapple with like what you like and what's correct. There are also the other vessels, but they're kind of like the amalgams, except they're all Erie Kara lookalikes. Because Azrael wants Kara specifically, it won't settle for anything. So he is a villain. That's not what a good person does. That's very interesting. I mean, like I know in True Pacifist, right? Like he is like the final boss, but I never saw Azrael as an antagonist. I don't like these legs, Sam. I will not eat these green eggs and ham. And there we go. And then, ooh, we're starting to struggle with art again, so I'm gonna shift positions. I'm going to shift gears and go to drawing the arms instead. I also really like drawing the shoulder muscles of like this. This is very nice to draw. Azrael also manages to create an artificial hyperdetermined soul, which he hooks himself up to. Uh, so he's been resetting at will, trying over and over for God knows how long until he can get the vessel right and make Kara live as long as. Yeah. So he's pulling a Flowey a little bit and is resetting a bunch. And that's sort of driving him insane too. All right. Also, I don't know. Is it controversial to say I like Deltarune better in almost every way than Undertale? Because like Toby Fox and Temmie Chang's like styles as creators have developed and like grown since Undertale for obvious reasons. It's been a decade. God, it was 10 years when Undertale came out. Oh no. Oh no, this is gonna be its 10-year anniversary, I think. It might have already had that, but I forget. Um, and it's not okay, so it's not like wanting to make Kara live forever. It's wanting to make Kara live as long as Asriel, so that they don't like he doesn't have to go through the grieving process of like learning how to live without. I suppose your version of Kara is a she because you said sister, but typically they're gender neutral. So I'm saying she in the context of like, your the stuff about the AU that you're telling me. Yeah, no, so he doesn't want to go through he doesn't want to go through the grieving process is the thing. Which is quite normal. That is a quite normal thing. It's just oof, he's going about it in a very evil way. He's denying Kara the sense of like, finality. Which sucks. That's very bad of him. I wish he wouldn't do that. It makes sense. It makes sense and it's good writing. The AU actually has two parts where. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's one of those it tackles what happens on the surface. Uh, There you go. There's a proper length for what I'm going for. Yeah, how's the surface? Oh, by the way, that reminds me. Sorry to interject on this. Did you see the hold on under yeah, did you see the new under event from like 3 weeks ago? It showed a lot of fan projects that have been announced to uh release for 2025, like this year. And how many of them will actually come out? Then like this year? I don't know. I really don't know. I hope all of them because they look sick as hell. Uh, Undertale Red and Yellow 2.0 build is out now, so maybe I'll check it out to see if I have to spend money to play it, and then maybe I'll play it on stream. I'm waiting for TS Underswap to update. Because I finished up I finished up the content that it currently has, I think. I don't know if I finished the like the this funny swamp area. It is a very solid fan game. I am incredibly impressed by like the sheer overall quality. I didn't see it. Okay. I didn't see it, but Act 1 is on Ezreal's experiments and growing desperation, and Act 2 is where he takes Kara's soul after she dies, crosses the barrier, and when he has crossed the barrier, he puts her soul into the vessel he made. Alright. I assume that Kara does not like that. I like that's my assumption because I would despise that happening to me. Oh my god, just let me die. I've lived a good life. Like that sort of would be my mentality, but obviously I haven't lived a good life yet. I'm still very young. But like that's sort of the mentality I would have if I died. Like, I've already lived. Let me die. Reference don't mind. Um, kneecaps, calf muscles, which I know it's weird that they're called calf muscles. I don't know why they're called that. Uh, but they're called that, and that's what we have to live with. This body's okay. This body's making me struggle. This body's making me struggle. I'll probably figure this out later, like off stream, once I'm like just sort of chilling. Because like after stream when you and I are on call, talking about the world building project engineer, I'm gonna be drawing stuff for the project, so I'm not gonna be drawing the clown until like after. Something about the body, the way I drew this isn't sitting right with me, while this is sitting very right with me, and I don't get it. I don't get what's wrong with this body. So I'm going to see what I can do about that and continue to work on this a little bit. Wrong tool. I think it's because I'm getting more and more practice of doing dynamic puzzles. She dislikes it, but she figures out that the sad truth that because of her determination and the vessel being monster dust, she can't die because she'll just melt if she does and reform like Undyne. So her and Ezreal are just stuck on the surface. Ezreal having willingly let all of the underground behind. By the way, important note: I don't ship the two. All right, good because they are adopted siblings. Uh, they they grew up together. They were raised by the same people. They are family. That would be a little funky. Let's see if we wrong color. Let's see the color. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's like not wanting to. Is I mean, yeah, it's literally like doing anything to make sure that like you don't lose family, right? Like that makes sense. I have a notification. A friend is streaming on. on our private Discord server. That is why I kept getting a buzz. Thank you, Discord notifications, for uh, buzzing my phone in a very overstimulating way. I like those lines, but that's the wrong layer. Bum ba dum bum bum ba bum bum ba da ba da dum ba da bum 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 ba da 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 dum. Ba da bum 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 ba da 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 da. Do 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 do. Get that funny cuticle the way I draw it, and there we go. Then they found out there are monsters on the surface. Turns out only a specific kingdom of monsters was sent to the underground, so there's no initial monster racism. Only at Israel being trigger happy because he thinks he can still reset, unaware his decoy determination soul doesn't have much more fuel left. Oh no, he's killing. He loves killing, he loves murder. Oh man, but he's gonna go to jail for that. Also, why doesn't he just refuel it like once it's out? He's already done a lot of horrific stuff, so why not a little bit more? Let's see, have I and then do. There we go. He crossed the barrier already. He can only cross it back into the underground if he gets another human soul, so he'd have to kill anyways. Yeah, fair. Let's see, and then get that eye. Improve this shape a little bit. Get that situated like this. Have a bit heavier shading where it's not the top. And then wab 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 wab. Wob a little bit just for fun. Some wobbing out is a natural part of human emotion. Yeah. There we go. They look tired. They're a tired person. An individual of much EP. They are become EP that go to bed. Robert J. Oppenheimer, father of the PJs, and a glass of warm milk. Bit of a sharper chin, maybe. Bit of a sharper chin, maybe. Get that situated like that. Now the next bit of the AU is more slice of life as Azrael is slowly but surely realizing the weight of all he's done. And how much of a dick he became towards Alphys. Never she messed up the vessels or didn't make it them exactly like Kara. Ah, but you see, none of that can be undone. So he's kind of fucked. he's yeah, he's kind of stuck here now. Maybe just a little, maybe just a little smile divot. Maybe just a tiny one. As a treat. This is definitely a very interesting story. I think that's what I like the most about the Undertale fandom. Is like, yeah, the people have gotten fucking wild with it. I'm going to undo that right now. There we go. Yeah, I can still reset a couple of times, but that would send him all the way back home, and he'd have to do it all over again. But maybe by the end he wants to, and maybe does it right this time by just sort of letting things be. And that's sort of the conclusion of everything. One last reset to have everything go uh not batshit. But can I just say I love the energy that I'm giving this individual right now. A big fan of this cocky ass energy. That so that it shows there's still some there. Uh, or maybe Azrael's a bit too far gone. Who knows? It's funny that this default sketch brush is like by far my favorite brush. That goes to show you don't need fancy brushes to make good art. Sometimes brushes do help, like the blending brush I use is a textured blending brush. But like, you don't need it. Yeah, the conclusion is pretty much that he'll go back in time and reuse his knowledge to actually spend time with Kara rather than spending time trying to make her live longer because his obsession drove him to the point where he was completely estranged from his sister, and so he had the illusion she wouldn't live long enough. Ah, I, I'm a sucker for a good story of like appreciate the time you have with the people you care about, because like you don't know when you're not gonna have that time anymore. Sometimes I wish I spend more time with people in my life. I, I spend every day in the same house as like some of my family, and so they don't quite count. But I'll feel this way once they die. I mean, like people like my cousin and my uncle and my grandma. I'd like to spend more time with before like I'm not able to anymore. That'd be nice. Family stuff is happening, so seeing my grandma a lot more often is the most likely thing, but I'm not gonna go into that. God, I love. God, this face is just so powerful. Oh, they're literally doing the no bitches. Oh, they're doing the Megamind no bitches face. I didn't realize. And then you sort of have like a frilly thing around your neck there. I do not know this person's name. I do not know any of the clowns' names yet, but I'm drawing them because the visual design is the most important part of this project. No air fryer. You clearly don't own an air fryer. This is the face of somebody who would accuse someone of not having an air fryer. I thought something was on my leg. It turns out it was my headphone cord. Can I just say I hate that I can't find many like good wired headphones anymore that aren't like expensive gaming headsets. I just want like a run-of-the-mill pair of headsets. Like I just want a headset that is wired to my computer through a jack. I don't have to charge it, and it's not like, super high end. And in case you're wondering, yes, that is too much to ask. Let's see, there we go. No bitches. Oh. I already know what I'm gonna call this stream VOD. Oh, it's going to be rancid, but there's no stopping me. There you go, drawing a hint of the ear. Getting this posed in properly. I still kind of struggle with the perspective a little bit, but that's what drawing is for, is you get better. And you sort of do that a little bit. And then you sort of I need to redo this because it actually follows it's actually gonna follow the leg instead of being weird. There we go. There we go. Okay, so here's where the design gets fun. I'm gonna fix this bit too because it's not looking the best. Okay, so the body follows like that, and then they sort of, yes. Great. Hug. So that's sort of where the body follows. Unless we're talking about the flamboyant sheep from Beastars. Let me look up the flamboyant sheep from Beastars real quick. Beastars sheep. Uh, Pina? Is that who you're talking about with the gay ass swervy horns? I can see it. I personally not my type. However, I see it. Let's see, get that there. I'm gonna save that for a bit, and then no, I think this seam is fine because I think I might cover some stuff up with the big funny coat. Like for instance, I think the basics of the big funny coat is that one bit goes down and sort of does a funny swoop like this with the big fur. Also, I like drawing fur-lined coats, as you could tell with my PNG tuber. Speaking of gay, I can't believe. Yes, Peanut. Okay, I just saw the message. Speaking of gay, I never asked your pronouns. I don't know if it never really mattered. It's uh necessarily, but like it's good to ask. This also allows me to cover up the hand in a very sneaky way. Hardy, hardy, hard. We do that and this, and then we have which kind of the hugs the form a little bit, and then you get to do this. God, I love the phrase "I am neither bitch nor bro." This is time online simping for a sheep character. Start praying because I am a start praying because I am a god. I can kind of tell that you like sheep characters because you have a lot, like besides kobolds, you have a lot of things that have goat motif that you've talked about so far. Again, not a judgment. I'm a big fan of dragons and clowns, so you could probably see what's going on. I'm not exactly one to judge, and also the sheep are kind of based. I like sheep. Let's see. This is probably I was about to say this is probably the best the best fabric fold I've ever drawn, but I don't want to jinx it, and I might have just jinxed it. Ah, all right, all right. See, because in my head I just defaulted to like thinking of you as like they, just because I don't know, I didn't know, it didn't matter all that much. Also, if we ever design like a more and I'm probably gonna like a more chill non-binary character. This is a very flamboyant non-binary character. I mean, a chill one. I am going to use your phrase, I am neither bitch nor bro. That's a very good phrase. Let's see, have that linear have less shading, but still some shading. And the face is good. I should stop messing. I should stop messing. No bitches. No, no shading there yet. More big floofins. Like so. And then you get like this. I love this shape language. Oh my god. Oh, I was so happy with it. Look at this. The aura, the stance, the energy. It's so good. I might do a little bit of like yeah, now like this. This is right. I love this big fuck ass coat. Oh, thank you for the reminder. I'm gonna finish up this arm and maybe work on the legs, and then it'll be time to call it quits. And then I'll do my funny final read. This is some very good progress. Sometimes you need to remember that this is an evil bastard. It doesn't matter how slay the oligarchy is, it's still an oligarchy. And there we are. And there we are. And but garters holding up thigh highs because of course. I might have these be fishnets, but that will make me suffer. That will hurt to draw. Should be fine. I'm drawing individual scales, 16 minutes till the clock strikes 12. Thank you. Yeah. I've been drawing individual scales on the crocodilian and the logo, so honestly, fishnets isn't too much worse than what I usually put myself through. So it should be fine. I'll just do that later. See if I do that. The aura, the stance. Oh, I did that on the same layer as this. Oh man. All right, let's see. And all right, let me save as create a documents. Report of Jesters dash Singer. Alright, thank you. I am saving this. I'm saving this, and then I'm going to move over to here. Uh, it's clown time. Time for clown is very fun. God, I am very happy with how it ended up turning out. And I am going to sit here maybe for a little bit. Maybe not. I think, um, I do think I'm actually gonna end it a little before 3, my time today, which is, like doing the end read now, going to do shit, get food and stuff, and then get to business. So I am going to say I have been Bajongles. You can find me on my socials at Bluesky and Tumblr at Big Rare One, username Bajongles. You can find me here on Twitch on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays at noon Pacific Standard Time. And if you want to uh, uh, check out a world building project that Engineer and I are working on, then that is to be announced officially. But once that is announced, I'll be shilling it to high heaven. And so I will be streaming again on Sunday, and catch y'all on the flip flop. See y'all.